Hey, this is Deepak here from digitaldeepak.com, and in this video we are going to have a look at conversion rate optimization. Conversion rate optimization, or CRO as it is usually called, is one of the most interesting and one of the most important topics in digital marketing. So first we will have a look at some theory, and then we will look at some live demos and case studies as well. So let's get started. So what are conversion ratios? The percentage of people going from one stage of the funnel to the next is usually called a conversion ratio in digital marketing. So one stage of the funnel could be display of banners or links to another stage, which would be page visits. So people would click on the banners or links and then they will visit a page. So if a banner is displayed 100 times, maybe 10 people will click on it. So here we would say that the conversion ratio is 10%. It could be page visits to landing page conversions, where you get 100 visitors on a landing page and maybe you get 20 conversions, which is 20 registrations. So here the conversion ratio would be 20%. It could be leads to sales, sales to upsells, and so on. So you will get more clarity towards the end of this presentation. So until then, keep watching this video. So to give you a simple example of how conversion ratios affect the revenue, we will take the example of a vacuum cleaner salesman. So here we will take a simple funnel where we have only 3 stages. The first stage is door knocks, the second stage would be demos, and the third stage would be sales. Let's say a vacuum cleaner salesman goes to a town and he knocks at 100 different doors. So here he has to show the demo of the vacuum cleaner and then he has to go and sell the vacuum cleaner. So let's look at his funnel. The first case is that he knocks on 100 doors. He shows 10 demos because only 10 people open the door and allow him inside to show the demo, and he makes 1 sale. So here you would say that the conversion ratio is 10% in each stage. First stage is 10% from 100 door knocks to 10 demos, and then we have 1 sale from 10 demos, which is 10% again. When you look at the overall conversion ratio from door knocks to sales, it is 1%. If each vacuum cleaner is 10,000 rupees, or let's say $200, he has made only 1 sale by knocking 100 doors. So let's look at the next case where he knocks on 100 doors, then he gives 20 demos and he makes 2 sales. So here the conversion ratio from knocks to demos has gone up. So now he is making 20% conversion, and then he has a 10% conversion on demos to sales, which is the same as the previous case. So here he is getting 2% overall conversion where he is knocking on 100 doors, but he is making 2 sales in the end instead of just 1 sale. So here what he has done is that he has optimized his sales pitch. So he could have optimized for something like, instead of saying that I am going to give a free demo of a vacuum cleaner, he could say that let me show the power of this vacuum cleaner and I will also clean your carpet for free, and in return you can have a look at this vacuum cleaner, how powerful it is. So if it is something like, let me give you a free carpet cleaning service, then probably people are going to be more receptive. So here his conversion ratio has increased from 100 door knocks to 20 demos, and even though his demo to sale conversion ratio is still 10%, overall now he has made 2 sales from the same 100 door knocks, right? So let's say he optimizes further in another stage of the conversion funnel. So let's look at case 3, where the salesman is knocking on 100 doors and he is giving 20 demos, but he is making 4 sales. So here the conversion ratio has remained 20% from door knocks to demos, but it has increased from 10% to 20% from demos to sales. So he has basically achieved 4% overall conversion from door knocks to sales, and this could be because he is optimizing at this stage of the funnel from the demo to sale, and this can be improved by basically telling something like, I will give you a 30-day money back guarantee if you are not satisfied. Of course, this is just an example and not a real world scenario, but you can see that how increasing conversion ratios at each stage of the funnel is improving the overall conversion. So here you can see he has improved the conversion ratio in the first stage from 10 to 20% and in the second stage from 10 to 20%, but in the end he is making 4 times more sales. So first case he was only making 1 sale out of 100 door knocks, but now he is making 4 sales out of 100 door knocks. And considering the fact that there are only so many houses in a city or town or in a residential area, the only way to make more sales is not to go and knock on more doors, but to increase the conversion ratio at each stage of the funnel. Like for example, if his target is to make 4 sales and if his conversion is only 10% and 10%, he would have to go and knock on 400 doors, which is a really difficult task to visit 400 houses and make 4 sales. But now with just 100 houses, he is able to make 4 sales. So let's have a look at the various elements involved in digital marketing funnels. So you will have elements like brand awareness, banner or link displays, and then you will have clicks, and then you have leads, and then you will have qualified leads, and from qualified leads you will have sales, and from sales you will have upsells. So this is just a simple example of how the digital marketing funnel will look like. Obviously an actual digital marketing funnel will be much more complex, and there will be a lot more elements involved in a digital marketing funnel. So how do you improve conversion ratios online? First, you have to understand the customers better. So that is one of the most important aspects of improving conversion ratios, because if you are selling something and if you are marketing in a way that it is not connecting with your end audience or customers, then they will not even respond to your ads, or they will not read your emails, and they will not click your links. So that is one of the most important thing which many people forget, because I would say that digital marketing is more about marketing than about digital. Digital just gives you the power to do better marketing, but the marketing fundamentals means that you have to develop a product or service that your customers need, and you have to understand the needs and wants of your customers. And you have to use words that they are likely to use so that you can connect with your audience. And then you should communicate like you would communicate to a friend. For example, if you are a salesman and if you have a product that your friend may need, and let's say that this is a very close friend that you know for a long time, so here selling a product to your friend would be much easier, because you understand your friend very well, his needs, his wants, and his background very well, so that the selling becomes very easy. So if you want to make better sales to customers, whether it is offline sales or online sales, you should be able to communicate better, and you should be communicating like you are communicating to a friend. So the sales letter should be something like an email that you are writing to a friend. And then there are a lot of digital marketing tools such as A/B split testing, and then you have heat maps, click maps, and so many online tools which will help you improve conversion ratios, some of which we will look at in this presentation with a live demo as well. So we will look at a Facebook ad of mine where I improved the image and put a different image, and it helped me improve the CTR, which is click-through ratio. And then I will show you a case where with my landing page learndigitalmarketing.com, I improved my conversion ratio from 45% to 55%. I will tell you how I did it. I will show you a conversion rate optimization tool called Lucky Orange, and then I will also show you how to do A/B split testing in unbounce.com. So what we are seeing here is an ad that I used to run on Facebook to promote my free digital marketing course. So whenever someone clicks on this ad, it goes to learndigitalmarketing.com, and they can sign up for a free digital marketing course by entering the name and email ID. And obviously you are also part of this Learn Digital Marketing program, and you might have signed up for my program from the same landing page, or you might even have clicked on the same ad. So this ad was giving me a click-through ratio of 1.5%, which means that out of every 1000 displays of the ad, I used to get 15 people click on it. But then I tried to improve the click-through ratio. So this is the ad that I have posted recently. So this ad, you can see that this is a much longer ad. I have written a lot more. Instead of saying sign up for my free digital marketing course, I have said download my free digital marketing lessons. So this has started giving a conversion ratio of 2.5%. So I will show you how these small conversion ratio improvements start affecting the bottom line in a big way. So I will put a Google spreadsheet and show you the numbers there. So until then, we will just have a look at other things as well. So one of the tools that help you increase conversion ratio is called luckyorange.com, and Lucky Orange gives you something called heat maps. So heat map, right now I don't have any heat maps generated in my account, but I will show you what a heat maps looks like. So heat map basically shows you where most of the people are moving their cursors and most of the people are having a look at. So there is a high correlation between mouse movement and eye movement. So these tools figure out where the people are looking and where the people are moving their mouse. So here you can see where the people are clicking, where the people are moving, whether they are scrolling through the entire page. So this is basically a tool which will record your users' behavior, and this helps you get some insights on your page which will help you increase the conversion ratios. I will also show you user recordings. So there is something called user recordings. So here let's have a look at this particular user. So here you can see that basically the user is moving the mouse, he is clicking, he is entering the name and entering the email. So here who the user is we cannot find out. Obviously that is important to maintain the privacy of the users, but we can have a look at, you know, whether they are going down, whether they are reading. Like for example, right now in my landing page there are 3 different testimonials, and I can find out which testimonial is more popular by having a look at where this visitor is reading and where he is moving the mouse. So let's look at another recording. So here you can look at this person is scrolling down, this person is reading this area of the page. So these bullet points this person is reading, and then he is clicking on this field and then clicking on the name. So now that I know that people are actually having a look at these bullet points, and maybe I should make these bullet points bolder so to improve the conversion ratio. So another thing I want to tell you is that one of the biggest conversion ratio leaps that I have got from my landing page is to add a profile picture here. So earlier without the profile picture the conversion ratio was 45%, and after I added the profile picture the conversion ratio became 55%, because adding a profile picture increases the trust and authenticity. So this version of the landing page has been created using unbounce.com, and Unbounce helps you understand which version of your landing page performs better. Here I am inside my Unbounce account, and here you can see that this version of the landing page, which is learndigitalmarketing.co, is getting 46.77% conversion. So recently my conversion ratio has dropped because I have added an exit pop-up also on my site. So basically whenever someone tries to exit my page, there is a pop-up which is displaying, so that pop-up is giving me 16% conversion. So here the combined conversion ratio of this and the landing page is performing much better than the previous version of the landing page, which did not have an exit pop-up. So if you look at the landing page, you can see that this is the landing page right now, and if someone is trying to exit the site, this pops up, and here also they can go ahead and sign up if they want. So here right now I am running only one version of this landing page, but I have something called A/B test center here, which means that I can test 2 different variations of the landing page and see which landing page is performing better. So what I would do is that, like for example, if I want to find out whether a green colored button or a red colored button would perform well, what I would do is that I would go ahead and create a duplicate of this page. I will click duplicate this variant, and then I would give a weightage for this variant. So let's say I would give 50% weightage, which means that if I get 1000 visitors to my landing page from Facebook ads, 50%, which is 500 visitors, will go to this version of the landing page, and another 500 visitors will go to this version of the landing page. So let me go ahead and edit this landing page. So here I can go ahead and edit any part of the landing page which I think would improve the conversions. So let's say instead of a green button, I put a blue button here, and then we can find out whether the blue button is going to have a better conversion ratio. So now that I have put a blue button here, let me try to put a better color of blue, a brighter blue. So this is a bit of a brighter blue here, and I would click on save, and then I would click on republish. So today while creating this video, I have created this new version of this landing page, and once I reset the stats will start counting from the beginning. I can go ahead and edit the name of this, which says blue button, and then here I would say green button. So now after a few days, if I start looking, I would see that I start getting equal number of visitors for both these landing pages. Then I would be able to see which landing page is performing better by basically looking at the conversion rate. And once I find out whether the blue button or the green button is performing better, then I would go ahead and declare it as a winner. And then I can go ahead and change some other part of the landing page. Maybe I can change the testimonials, maybe I can change the title. So this is how A/B testing works, and A/B testing is one of the most important parts of conversion rate optimization. In this example, I want to show you how the conversion ratio at different stages of the funnel will impact the end revenue. So just like the vacuum cleaner salesman case study that we saw, this is a digital marketing funnel where you will have ad impressions, and then you will have clicks and visits to the landing page. Then you will have leads on the landing page. Then you will have confirmations, which is double opt-in email confirmation, and then you will have sales from your email list. So let's say there are 50,000 impressions of an ad and you have 2% click-through ratio. So here we would call this click-through ratio, which is the ratio of visits to clicks, and here let's say this is 2%. And then 40% conversion on the landing page. So from 1000 clicks you get 400 leads, and then 320 people confirm the lead, which is they confirm by clicking on the confirmation link from the verification email. And then let's say we have 5% sale conversion, which is 16 sales. So here the sales price is $100. So total revenue that we have made is $1,600. So here, what are you paying for? If you are paying for clicks and visits, and if you are, let's say, for every click you are going to pay $1, let's say. So here you are going to invest $1,000 in just getting the clicks. So which means that if you have invested $1,000 and you have made a total revenue of $1,600, you have made a profit of $600. Now let's say we improve the ad. So from the impressions to the clicks, we are improving from 2% to 4%. So now you can see instead of 1000 clicks, we have got 2000 clicks. The other conversion ratios remain the same. Now we have got 800 leads, then 640 confirmations, and then we have 32 sales now. So the total revenue has gone up by $3,200. But if you are still paying for every click, then you are spending $2,000 here. So your profit is now 1,200 instead of the old $600 profit, right? So even if the amount of CPC does not change, you are still making double the profit. And let's say you are tweaking the landing page by doing A/B testing, and from 40% you are increasing the landing page conversion to, let's say you are increasing it to 50%. Now you can see that the leads has become 1000 and the total confirmations have become 800. Now we have made 40 sales. So now you have made $4,000 from a $2,000 investment. And let's say you are increasing the sale conversion from 5% to 10%. Now you are making $8,000 revenue. So even any small tweak, so each tweak at every stage of the funnel will not be much, but it will be impacting the revenue here a lot. So let's say the click-through ratio increases from 4% to 6%. You see that the total revenue that you are making is $12,000. So that is what a digital marketer does. An expert digital marketer will try to optimize at each stage of the funnel, and by optimizing each stage of the funnel, you will be improving the overall revenue and the profitability of your digital marketing campaign. Now that you have had a look at various concepts in conversion rate optimization from live demos to theoretical examples, so now let's get to the conclusion. So there are plenty of opportunities to improve conversion ratios. You can improve the ad copy, you can improve the ad image to increase click-through ratio, and then you can increase email open rate by having better subject lines. You can increase sales conversions by having better landing pages and better copywriting. So a best digital marketer gets the maximum possible conversion at each stage of the funnel, so the overall revenue of the company increases. And there is something called ABT, which is always be testing. So you should understand that conversion rate optimization is a continuous process. So there is no stop to it. You can see that even recently I keep changing my ads and I'm trying to get the maximum possible conversion. So if my ad is converting at 1.5%, I don't leave it at it, and then I try to improve the conversion ratio by putting a better image and changing the call to action so that I can have the best conversion ratio possible. So next steps, what I would advise you to do is that go ahead and learn about all the different digital marketing terminologies such as click-through ratio, landing page lead conversion ratio, CPM, which is cost per 1000 impressions, and all the metrics like that, which will help you in the entire process of conversion rate optimization. And also as you might have already started a blog of your own, which is like a WordPress blog. You can go ahead and do some split testing there, or you can sign up for a free Unbounce account for a 30-day free trial and go ahead and play around with the A/B testing module there. So below this video, I have given you a list of different tools that can be used for conversion rate optimization in digital marketing. So go ahead and sign up for these tools. Most of the tools are actually free, and many of these tools don't even ask you for a credit card. For example, we had a look at this tool called Lucky Orange, and you can go ahead and sign up for a Lucky Orange account, install the JavaScript code on your blog, and start tracking user mouse movements, heat maps and everything, and see if there is any possibility of increasing conversion ratios. So that's about it for the lesson on conversion rate optimization. If you have any questions about it, please ask it in the Learn Digital Marketing forum as usual. And thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the next video.